Hi there, folks. It's Jonathan Denwood here from WP-Tonic, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about how do you run a successful first virtual conference. It's a great subject. I'm really pumped to tell you about what I think are the key factors. I'll be back in a few moments, folks. We're coming back. Like I say, how do you run your first successful virtual conference? But before that, please subscribe to this channel. It really helps me, and give me a thumbs up about this particular video. It really does get me motivated to make some more great videos for you and help you with your membership website and be the successful e-learning entrepreneur that you want for yourself and for your family. So let's get straight into it. What do you need to know? Well, it's a bit like a membership site. A lot of people, when they're going to run their first virtual conference or summit, they concentrate on the technology. They really get sucked in to a rabbit warren around technology. But it's not the technology is important. You know, you've got to run technically a reasonably successful summit, but it's not the thing that's going to make it successful. It's pre-planning and some understanding of some of the mechanics you got to do to run this conference to make it successful. And I'm going to go through some key things that you've got to understand. Also, I've got a really great post supporting this video. You'll find the link in the video notes supporting this video. So let's get going. So the main thing you've got to understand is the key thing that will lead to the success of this is pre-planning. It's really that simple. Without pre-planning and understanding some fundamentals around pre-planning, you're lost. This is going to be a failure from day one. But if you understand some of the basics, and which I'm going to go through quickly, you're pretty sure, unless there's a total technological failure, your virtual conference is going to be a success. So what do you got to know? Well, unless you've got a very large online presence through social media, through Twitter, LinkedIn, doesn't matter what social media presence, and a really large email list, you got to get some keynote speakers that have these things I've just mentioned, i.e. a large social media presence, well known in your niche, and hopefully you've listened and watched some of my other videos where I explain that if you want to be successful when it comes to online e-learning, education and membership website, you've got to find your niche. What you got to do, what I call nicheify. I don't think that word exists, but I just love it. Hopefully you found your niche anyway, and you've listened to some of my other videos. So you've got to find some what I call big beasts in your niche. People that got a big social media following, got a good email list, and you've got to get 2 to 3 keynote speakers to agree to be keynote speakers of your virtual conference. And if you get that's step one, but without that step, you're going to find all the other steps hard. So how do you get, well, hopefully you've been following these people through social media, you've got a podcast in your niche that enables you to build some kind of relationship with some of these big beasts in your niche area. You've been following them on Twitter, LinkedIn, whatever, and you've tried to build some relationship with these big beasts, as I call them. If you haven't, get on with it. You know, podcasting, the great thing about podcasting is it's a great way of getting yourself out there without the expense of all the equipment that you've got to buy around video. But also it enables you to meet many people in your niche area where you wouldn't be able to meet them and build some relationship. So also start off your podcast as well, if you want some advice from me. I've been doing podcasting for the past 7 years. It's been one of the main tools, but I'm going off subject here. So get these 2 to 3 keynote presenters on board. Then they will promote your show to some degree. They, you know, the virtual summit, they will, but don't expect them. Then, in my experience and what I've learned from other people that are even more of expert in this area, is don't expect them to do the real grunt work. The people that really do the grunt work, as I call it, to promote your virtual summit, are going to be what I call the sub presenters. And I'm not being disparaging here, it's just a fact. And these sub presenters are going to want to be part of your virtual conference because of your keynote speakers. Can you see how this is working out? But these people are the people that normally do most of the grunt work to promote your virtual conference, right? You've got to support them. And what I mean is you've got to get some professional quality digital assets which you can give to these sub presenters, so make it easy for them to promote. And you've got to have graphics, Twitter posts ready for them, email sequence already written for them. You know, just spend, you don't have, you can do a lot of this yourself, or you can hire somebody to help you do it. But get these digital assets planned out. Then you get you announced you're going to be running this summit. You get a page on your website, you get some professional graphics, you have your 2 to 3 keynote speakers, you have them, and then you have a form where sub presenters can fill in if they want to be part of the summit. Can you see why you can't do this at the last minute? Because this needs a time, a period to build up. You promote it, you approach people that you think that might be interested. They are going to be interested if you've got some really good keynote speakers. They will apply, and then you have a list of subjects that you're looking for around the sub presenters. You get them on board, you got these assets already planned out, you give it to them, they start promoting the summit for you. They're the ones that are going to do a lot of the grunt work to help you get eyes on this summit's website and to register for it. If you do the things I've just said, it's a good chance, unless there's a total technological failure, that this is going to work out well. Also, at the same stage, when you've got your keynotes, that's when you can approach some sponsors. Now, what you're looking for from the sponsors is for them to help you promote the summit. They're going to be a bit like the keynote speakers. They're going to do a bit, or they should do a bit, but they're not going to be so invested, funny enough, as your sub presenters, but they're going to do a bit. And the other thing you want is that sponsorship, which you should be able to get if you get a couple quality keynote speakers, is to cover your basic expenditure of, you're probably going to have to pay some money to these 2 to 3 keynote speakers. And that your sponsorship should cover that. Trying to do all this on your own is going to be difficult. So you're probably going to need a virtual assistant or some other members to help you. I suggest that you should try and find a couple of the sub presenters and make them kind of team members and offer them more exposure if they help you in the running of the summit. Trying to do all this on your own, plus run a membership site and do all the other things that you've got to do, you're going to find pretty difficult. So the sponsors, that should cover all the basic costs. And then people register. Why should they register? Well, then they get access to the live event, and also offer them a really nice lead magnet, some digital asset, which those people that would be interested in the presenters would like. Then you've got a lot of people, what they do is you can watch the live event, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day event. And then, but if you want to see the pre-recordings, you've got to buy a pack that allows you to see. So you've got different, you can log in for the free virtual event. And then if you want to see all the recordings of the presentations, then you get charged. And then other people add on extras, extra pack levels, where they're offering more exclusive content, maybe. You can see where this is going. There's loads of opportunities to make a bit more money. So you can actually, not only is this helping your brand, helping your membership site, helping you increase your email list, you can actually make some money from this. What other form of advertising can you do, a brand building, where you can actually make some money from it? It's just superb, isn't it? A lot of people use the kind of money to actually pay for Facebook advertising or whatever social media, they don't actually want to make money, but it actually pays to advertise the summit through paid Google ads, YouTube ads, or Facebook. But that's up to you. I think I don't want this video to be War and Peace, but I'm thinking of doing my own virtual conference sometime next year. I think it's just a fantastic, it is a lot of work though, but if you do the basics like I've outlined, you can be pretty confident that it's going to be really well worth the effort. Now, when it comes to what platforms you should use, in the post that supports this video, I've written a couple other posts over the past few months, and all the links are in that post. And the main post that supports this particular video, you'll find in the video notes. Like I say, I really would appreciate if you give us a thumbs up on this video and you register for the channel. That would really help me. I'll see you soon, folks. Bye.